Okay, so we have the winner of today's tournament with Girlfriend Beta with his deck profile. You want to start out, Albert?
Yeah, Girlfriend Beta, I did it blue, red, yellow. The red and yellow you'll see just very little, but mainly blue. I ran 2 of the pay 1, ditch 1, search for any blue. That's all I can search for, just 2 copies. There's a lot of searchabilities. 2 of these. On attack, give 1,000 to one of your blue till the end of your opponent's turn. That's critical because you want to have your character strong during your opponent's turn, which this deck does a lot well. And also, this card has hand encore, so very nice and handy. Level 0 Suiciders, reds, but also, besides the suiciding part, is the fact that the color red, and also its other effect of when this card is sent from field to waiting room, pay 2, salvage any character. One of the nice things about it, I'll show you a few tricks about it, but it's very handy, nice to salvage. My favorite and best card of the deck, I would say, is this. Level 0 Fumio has 2 effects. You can choose whichever order to use them, but you gotta use those 2 effects. One of the effects is top checking. You either look at the top card of your deck that fits, and leave it there at the top, or put it to the bottom of your deck. The other effect is reveal a top card, and if it's a girl, add it to your hand and ditch your card. Very handy to get what you need to get to those climaxes, just so that you can brainstorm and know when to get it. Very nice. So many good things to do with it. Just 2 copies of this. It means that if it meets the requirements, it has hand encore and also could be 35. A little nice deck, not big. Might change it. There are probably other options, but this is not bad. Just 2. 3 of the Brainstormer, pay 1, rest 2, search for any blue in your deck for every climax you hit. 3 copies. Most of the time you always have one of these in your backstage throughout the whole entire game, because it powers up your girls, all girls, no matter what color, during your opponent's turn. So that's good because eventually you use different colors. For the level 1s, this card mainly is being used at level 1. Eventually by 2 it's gone, you don't need it, but for level 1, nice, because it gives if you tap it, give 1,000 to one of your girl characters. I think it's blue, but definitely the other effect is give 1,000 to all your blue characters during your opponent's turn by 1,000. So very nice, helps your characters be big walls during your opponent's turn. Just 2 copies of this. When somebody else attacks, when your other characters attacks, this card gets 1,000. So this card should be attacking last, so be 65. Its other effect has a climax combo with the gates from the new set. It could pay 1, search for any girl character in your deck. So it's good for getting any card. Just a little tech just in case if you don't do your other combo, which is this one. 4 copies of Kotomi? That's her name? I'm not sure. I think it's Kotomi. I could be wrong.
I thought it was
Kokyomi, something like that.
I don't know.
I'm bad with the names.
I don't play this set.
Yeah.
All you need to know is this card is your main one.
Cop girl.
Cop girl, best girl, I guess, to an extent. Climax combo with this card. Gets immediately 2K, so it becomes 65. When it kills something, search for any blue in your deck. So you quickly get your cards, but only can you search for blue using this effect. And that 6,500 stays till your opponent's turn. So combine it with the other cards, you have a big wall during your opponent's turn.
That's powerful.
And just just 3 of these, 500 for every other girl character. And nothing big, just just to be there, help out, kill some things. 3 backups. These are the part of the red that you need. Give 1,000 to one of your characters when you use it as a backup, but also gets 500 more for every level you are. So by level 3, this becomes a 2,500 costless backup. And at level 1, it's just only a 1,500 backup. At level 2, of course, just 2,000. Very nice for colors and, very good backup. 1 yellow of this backup, 2,500 by paying 1. Main reason I use it besides the color is also for the second effect. To get rid of one of your characters by paying 2, get rid of one of your characters, revert, and get rid of one of your opponent's early played characters during the level 2. It's mainly used just for the second effect because you don't want to get clock kicked or double attacked when they reverse you, so it's just nice in the yellowness of it. This card.
I mean, that's just my opinion.
2 copies of it. I used to run 3 when it was just pure blue and red, but I had to knock it down 1 just to make squeeze in that yellow. On play, you can ditch 1 a card from your hand and get your level 3 pumpkin, your game winner card from your waiting room. Easy, 500 level assist, tap it, give pumpkin 2,500 more power. It's just great.
And also, it's like
Pumpkin, the card I was just mentioning about, on play, heal. Also, this card needs to be here on the field in order for Pumpkin to have its best effect. When it kills something, it doesn't have to be during your turn, it could be during your opponent's turn. As long as this card reverses something, pay 3, ditch a card from your hand, burn 5. You have to know what to use it, but when it goes through, and it's amazing. Helps a lot. 4 copies of it, of course. The yellowness on this deck. Musashi Lolly version, I would say. Those who know Musashi from Kantai, which is when this card is soul damage is cancelled, there's the top card of your deck. Whatever level that is, give it 1 more level, and that's how much you burn to your opponent. Very nice, helps me push even more. Reason why I like the yellow, just to help out Pumpkin, because Pumpkin can't do everything by itself, so nice little card. Have it there.
It also helps with what, empty lanes?
I'm sorry?
It helps with empty lanes.
Empty links with that?
For lanes where you direct attack.
Oh yeah.
So
Very
you play that against empty lanes with no opponent, right?
The Pumpkin can't do nothing if it doesn't hit something, reverse something. So very nice for those direct attacks.
So you get extra soul damage to get the cancel burn off.
2 copies of this. I usually have considered these level 2s. It says 3, but you can already play them as long as you meet the parameters. Have 4 more blues, which is very easy at level 1, 0, 1, and 2, which is all you play. At level 3 is when you have the red and yellow. So it's very nice. Gives 4,000 during your opponent's turn to any of your characters, so you choose. You give it to this or anything, and it's impossible for them to, very hard for them to reverse you when you have this out there. Just 2 copies of it. MVP, probably that won me against Log Horizon. No, not Log Horizon. It wasn't Log Horizon. It was against Love Live Japanese competitive deck.
Finals?
Finals. Yes, you look at it in the video, you'll see. This card just helped me out. Just 1 of, on play, pay 1 extra stock. Choose 2 cards in your opponent's waiting room, and put everything else to your opponent's deck. So usually you just want to have 2 climaxes, staying in the waiting room, while everything else, which is most likely non-climaxes, which you want, all stacked in your deck, and makes it hard for them to cancel, and that's what won me the game.
You're killing their compression with that card.
Compression, yeah. So very great card. Has another effect which I don't use, but that's the main effect you want for this deck. Just 1 of.
So it helps Pumpkin go through as well?
Yeah.
Help Pumpkin go through as well. So a very key thing.
It decompresses your opponent's deck.
Exactly.
Really nicely.
There's times where you don't want to use this, the yellow one, but when you put these 2 together, that's where Pumpkin goes through even better.
Yes.
So helps push when you need that push. Climax is just 1 of this. I only have 1 of this because I want to get to these cards, because this is for your level 1 climax combo. As I mentioned before, very critical, gets you more stock and searches more. Use it a lot from early game to late game, just for that extra stock which you need for this deck. And just 3 gates. Could have been 4th, but rather have this to be pants to get to these, as I mentioned before. That's Girlfriend Beta. Check it out on this channel.
What's your game plan? Like, what's your level 0? What you doing?
Throughout the game.
Level 0? Okay. Level 0, your game plan is mainly have this and this out there. You don't want anything more else out there, just because you want this to be your 35 during your turn and 4K during your opponent's turn. And what you want is to make sure sure you get to level one first before your opponent. Why? Because of course of your level one, that's the climax combo in this deck, which is with this and
So yeah, you want to get to level 1 first. So you can kill any hanging level 0s because you don't want them to. You want to be able to reverse something for the search effect.
Exactly. You want that. You don't want to face level ones. They'll have probably very good level ones. It'll be difficult. This deck is very linear, so if you've seen how a girlfriend beta deck like this plays, you know how they all play, and you can play around it, which is hard. But when it goes through, and it's very rewarding. Besides that, at level 2 is where you get rid of this card and make sure to have this in your backstage. And let's see, you want this in your backstage to get your. You'll have probably a full field of blues, so it makes it very easy to play this. So at level 2, they're having a very hard time, even more than ever, to take you down. Be careful for early play characters, because early play this, so you gotta know your opponent's decks. And by that time, by level 3, your game ender with this. It all depends on what you're facing. If you know your opponent has no more climaxes or very little, then you want to go with this as much as possible, and as long as you have the cost to pay for it, push very hard. If you know your opponent has lots of climaxes, it's probably best to hold this off and play this out there to easily burn through those, and so your next turn you can just play this and hit for more damage. All right, and of course this game ending card, which I like. Know when to use it. All you need is one copy of it. Most times, these two go very good together. And that's about it for Girlfriend Beta.
Well,
Simple but very
how were your matchups? Well, what did you face?
My matchups. First one was, honestly, I don't remember who my first one was.
Well, you don't remember. What were like matchups where you were close, or you actually remember?
The ones I remember were the last two. Log Horizon, very difficult. If you have decks like Log Horizon or Charlotte, which gets rid of all your burn, which is these cards, it makes this completely useless. This will only be good just to heal, but things happen, and this card can help out. And just main things you want to do is just get the pumpkin as much as possible just to heal when you know you can't burn, and just push with your climaxes.
Against the Log Horizon matchup, what happened was he got the Log Horizon player to about 2-3 or 2-5 before the level 3 game, and that's when he actually hit level 3 first. So against Log, you typically want to hit level 3 first, so you could burn them before they play their Shuros, which was, I think, what happened in the matchup. I think you played your Musashi, and then you burned for 4, but I guess it ended up being canceled. But yeah, typically against Log, you want to get them to like close to 3, 2-6, and then play your Pumpkin or your Musashis and try to push from 2-6 to game. Otherwise, you put the Log player at least at 3, 4, or 5, making it pretty tough for them to come back from that.
Exactly what he said. Sometimes doesn't work out, but it's a very sad day when you face those kind of decks.
I got burned for 6.
Do try to burn them right away as fast as possible before they play their cards. In Compass, oh my god, this deck not very good with Compass. Final match was against Love Live. Love Live was tough. My level 1s could barely do anything.
Big walls, right?
Yeah, there were big walls. It's not easy. You'll see in the video exactly how much of a struggle it was. But MVP of the day was this, as you mentioned, for that match. And all I can say is this deck helps a lot with the consistency. I like consistency in a game like Weiss Schwarz. Consistency with, of course.
The level 3 is consistent. With 2-1, you'll always get Pumpkin.
You always get Pumpkin.
You get Pumpkin almost every game, right?
Yeah.
For level 3. So yeah.
This card helps me just to make sure to get the cards I need that I can't search up, which is blue, but also helps me get closer to the climax. And once I know it's climax, great. Now I know when to brainstorm and make sure I don't get triggered that. So Fumio, level 0, always great. Level 3, when I need it, it's beautiful. As you can see in the in the YouTube video for our match.
No.
And that's about it. Any more questions? Maybe.
I think that's pretty much all we can talk about. Yeah, just let us know what you think and leave comments if you have any questions.
Yes. Any comments? Maybe you want to change something. Suggestions.
Do not reach 100.
Paul says stop subscribing. We don't want to get to 100. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
He doesn't want to work.
He doesn't want to work.
Lazy poke.
Any suggestions on this deck? We'd love to hear them. What do you think? Is great, not? Just let us know in the comments below. And thanks again. And take care.
It's still a
Good job.